was the footage of all shot in what seems to be like a 16 millimeter black and white, or did you intervene, perhaps manipulated it, to create a sort of consistency? I find it interesting, the retro feel of the film.
Thank you. Footage is 35 millimeter Russian film, which name is Vema, and it was shot by cameramen of professional documentary film studio, Leningrad Film Studio, and they was obliged to shoot report about this event during all these days. And in the rest territory of Soviet Union, all cameras was banned. Even the cameras for feature films also. And all material, footage which we have in Moscow is only amateur. Somebody made from 16 or 8 millimeter, or it's VHS tapes. And few films exist which was made from this footage, and also Betacam. So, and this is only, as I know, one maybe KGB special shot or special archive, but as I know that this is only a stock which represent these days. And also, I was surprised, I mentioned already that I didn't find the sound. So it was just a miracle that we found the sound of this meeting on Dvorcovaya Square, which also the quite important document about these days. And also for me to see it, I was 27 in that time. I remember very well everything. To see it, I'm also quite surprised, because my feeling that the distance between these days and now, 100 years. Mm-hmm. And also, it's a completely different people, different faces, different behavior, and you just observe them like anthropological research, kind of. And I want to say about the music, the Swan Lake, which I use two sequences from Swan Lake. One sequence repeat many times, and after that I realized that it's quite Kuleshov effect with the music, because the same sequence sounded in different way, like sentimental, tragic, and so, another sequence dance, it's my comment, dance of little
small swans.
Small swans. So it's my comment about this event, and because I use it because it's also symbolic music for these days. We all wake up in this morning, and when switch TV on all programs, so it was a 4-channel, you can see only Swan Lake. And everybody start to call each other and ask what happened, somebody died. And whole day they broadcast this beautiful body.
Any questions perhaps? Yes.
So, Mr. Vladimir Putin wrote to a meeting, can you tell something about his role in the state?
He was an assistant of mayor, and he was on the side of the revolution and opposition.
He was on the other side back then.
On the other side. If we compare his position now with his position in that days, it was the other side. So, transformation, or maybe not, who knows, I don't know.
The Ministry of Education has formulated 7 themes or 7 topics that Russian filmmakers should address if they want to receive funding from the state. And one of those themes is 1991 and 1970. What's your take on that policy of the Ministry of Education, so as to co-opt that the legacy of the 1990s and influence that particular our image, our perception of that year,
Minister of Education, which country?
of the Russian Federation?
Now.
Well, it was a year ago. They
A year ago,
17.
maybe it's a Minister of Culture, no?
Oh, I'm sorry, Minister
Of
of
Culture.
Yeah.
I don't read this guy. What he say, it's a ridiculous person in that place. I hope that the new government will change this guy because, he said once that, okay, yes, we know very well that it was a tragic moment of our history. And, not every time or always the power was right. And yes, we know that they killed a lot of people, but to create our new country, we don't want to mention it. So this is his position. We don't want to speak about that even. So this is Minister of Anti-Culture.
Any questions? Yes.
First, thank you very much for the movie. I come from St. Petersburg, so for me it's especially nice to see it. When it all happened, of course, I was my school age, so I was not on the square, of course. And I really would like to have some parts of it. It's the first time I see this footage. Probably something in the news somewhere I saw it. And now I would especially like to have a small footage of it. If I see the Russian news, then I switch it on and I see the spaces, and then probably I will still have some hope. And this is especially what you mentioned at the beginning, that it was like 100 years ago, and there are no these spaces anymore. Do you think that we will never see them again? They're all gone?
No, this time never repeat, of course.
But these people,
People, now it's a different people. So, you asked me about hope. We
Is
still,
there any hope for Russia?
no, for Russia. No, we still continue and make films and read this letter, Kirillitsa, and somebody writes something and we still live. So this is simple. But with this political movement and with everything what happens in this country, I think we have to wait. Nothing happens. Next, nothing, because this country still sleep, still in this position. No history, no. You can see they repeat the same. We now, like in 1989 and 1990, we all expect some changing, which probably will be under carpet. So, because in a situation like now, it's not possible to move. When you have a president with whom nobody wants to shake a deal, have a deal and shake a hand, yes. And he don't want to leave his position. But this is a clinch. And the same, or maybe a different way, but something like that happens. So.
Any questions? Yes.
Yeah. It seems like in 1991 the decisions were made in Moscow, and the people of St. Petersburg had a more passive role in the whole events. Why did you choose to show what happened in St. Petersburg and not in Moscow?
Because I find this material, first of all, the footage, the brilliant picture, asked me to make a film. And I didn't have footage from Moscow, and I find that it's very interesting to make about something which happens in periphery. And I can say you that it's also a question why they has a permission to shoot it. It's a question. And I can say that it was very important what happens in Leningrad.